Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be taking a look at FouseyTube, which in the year 2023, right, I was kind of figuring, like, I would probably never say that sentence ever again, right? Like, I've never thought that FouseyTube would ever be in a position to where, like, you know, he'd be in, like, a YouTube drama or some sort of, like, internet situation like this, right? I never really saw that coming because, I mean, like, for the last few years, like, I haven't really heard much about the guy. Like, the whole thing happened with him and Keemstar, and like he had like a manic episode and a mental breakdown and whatnot, and it just seems like after that he was just gone for a while. But over the last few months, FouseyTube has been, I guess, like streaming, and he's kind of been rebuilding his reputation in a lot of ways. Like, I saw, honestly, a lot of really good things coming out about FouseyTube over the last few months, and it really seemed like after everybody kind of dogpiled on him and after the internet kind of shit on him, and, you know, he went through everything that he went through, that, you know, maybe he was kind of finally making some sort of comeback, or like he was really starting to kind of flourish in a way as a person again, right? But then everything came like suddenly crashing down over the last few days, and FouseyTube has just gone completely like unhinged in a way, right? Like, I don't want to sound mean, I don't want to sound cruel or anything, but like people are starting to get worried that he's going into like another mental spiral. We're gonna take a look at it, but he on stream, I guess he was doing like a 24-hour live stream or something at the airport, doing like an IRL stream, and he ends up doing something that has now got him in a lot of controversy, and it's kind of contributing again towards, once again, like this Fousey mental spiral where he's not doing very well after all of this, right? So honestly, there is a lot of video in this clip to take a look at, so I kind of want to keep the intro to this video a little shorter, so I just wanted to give you guys like the background on what's been going on. I'm still pretty confused too. I've seen bits and pieces of this video, but it's like 4.5 minutes, so a lot of this is going to be fresh, man. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this video.
Such a bad person. I'm such a dickhead. I'm not. I'm a great person.
I can tell.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good.
It's a cult, basically. I'm not kidding you.
You're in a cult?
Yeah.
You're sober?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
no.
Alright, so we're like 20 seconds in here, so alright, let's go ahead and make a few really quick observations, I guess. And keep in mind, this is through a fucking computer screen in a couple of seconds. I can really only imagine that someone who was actually in person there, like FouseyTube, who was in this conversation, in this situation, like in person, right, should be able to tell these things, but this woman is intoxicated, like pretty significantly, right? I mean, you can hear it in the way she's talking. She literally openly admits that she's not sober right there in the clip. She's at a bar where you can see drink advertisements behind her. She's got a cup in front of her. Like, this woman is drunk, bro. She's at an airport bar lounge and she's drunk. So Fousey comes up, sits next to her, and I guess starts making some sort of like conversation with her or whatever, right? Not a big deal yet, right? No problem yet, but let's go ahead and keep going here.
I have a Discord, right? With like 8,000 members. Can I send them a picture of me and you kissing? Yeah. To piss them off? Thank you.
Alright, so this clearly intoxicated woman at the bar, he is now asking, and successfully did, make out with her so he could send a picture of it to his Discord and, I guess, piss everybody off. I don't know who the fuck would be getting mad. Like, who's gonna care that this guy's kissing bitches at the airport on Discord? I don't know. I just sounded to me like an excuse to kiss this woman, and it's like, whatever, bro. You want to kiss her, but I mean, once again, this is a woman who is intoxicated, right? This is not somebody you should be engaging in this kind of behavior with, right? So
I have a boner right now. I swear to God, you can feel it under my pants. I swear to God.
Don't tempt me.
Don't tempt you with a good time? Would you join the Mile High Club with me?
Alright, so now he's just shooting his shot. You know what I mean? If you don't know what joining the Mile High Club means, it's basically when you have sex on an airplane, like in the bathroom or something, right? So he's asking this drunk woman basically to fuck, like if she'd bang him and join the Mile High Club with him. So clearly intoxicated woman he's now made out with for content. He's now asking her to have intercourse, and I mean, she didn't necessarily say no.
So I got sold into the sex trade.
You got sold in the sex trade? I actually care about this shit because I'm like an advocate for like against sex trading and all that shit.
It was
What
gross.
happened?
He was trying to make me a lot lizard recently.
A what?
Yeah, a lot lizard. I like those.
Yeah, I get it. First of all, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you being this honest. This is a real conversation.
No, it's real. It happens.
My audience
Happens
might
every
not
day.
understand, but I've been there. I used to be a sex addict, so I used prostitutes for years. I used massage parlors for years, so I understand.
Yeah,
How long were you stuck under his spell?
About like 7 months.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Look, I just sent you a
went-
little something.
Thank you.
You got it.
I went to we had he had a domestic violence case. I'm sitting there in court, and I'm looking at the screen, and I just got my heart started racing. I'm freaking out, like crying, because this girl is saying all the things that he said to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. He's having me sit on his side in the courtroom.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, to everybody who's sitting here like, oh my God, you kissed her, da da da. This woman was involved in sex trafficking. The guy who manipulated her and brainwashed her is a piece of fucking shit and deserves to die. So yes, I sent her $300 so she can start removing her tattoo and see her kids this weekend. I'm against that. I'm a sex addict. A lot of the women that I used to get were sex trafficked, and I'm so ashamed in that. So if I have a chance to help somebody...
All right, so a little bit of a long piece of the clip there, but it's sad, dude. Like, it's hard to talk about, to be honest. Like, it's really shitty to hear people talk about shit like this because, like, you can really only imagine, like, how traumatizing being sold into, you know, sex trafficking would have to be. As she says, it was like 6 or 7 months, so, you know, it wasn't just like a one-night thing and then it's over with, right? Like, this woman was a slave, essentially, for months. That's fucked up. Like, that's a really tough thing to admit, especially to a stranger. I'm assuming the alcohol probably helps a little bit when you're fucking completely drunk at the airport lounge, but like, it's a fucked up thing. Like, this is a woman who is clearly a vulnerable person. Like, not even just because of the alcohol. Like, she is a very traumatized person, you know? She openly admits that she's been a sex addict before. Like, she's had very traumatizing past, right? And his, like, first reaction, I guess, is to just start giving her money. Like, he cash apps her like $300. I don't know. Like, not necessarily the best response to a sex trafficking victim, you know? Like, to be fair, he seems like he tries to be somewhat understanding, right? He's like, you know, I've been a sex addict before. I'm trying to at least understand, like, the situation that you've been in, right? Like, but it's weird at this point, man. It really is. Like, this is just weird behavior. All right, so, you know, a very weird admission to make. I'm not gonna lie, that part made me pretty fucking uncomfortable. You know, that's kind of a cringe moment, right? Hey man, you know, I used to get a lot of tuggy. So I used to have a hand slide down every once in a while. Most of them were sex trafficking victims though. You know, fuck it. You know, women getting kidnapped everywhere. You know, eventually they were tugging me off, dude. Like, what the fuck kind of admission is that? I don't know, but very wild fucking admission for bro to make. I can't lie. That's just like, I've really never heard somebody be open about something like that. I don't know. I feel like if you're one of these dudes that's out here like getting tugged by sex trafficking victims and shit, bro, like, not that you should keep it to yourself, but you would think like that they would keep it to themselves, considering it's like fucking reprehensible and like insane and disgusting, right? But you know, he's just like telling sex trafficking victims at the airport, yeah, people like you, they used to just fucking yank on me, man. I'm a real big addict. I got a problem. Like, I don't know, dude. That's probably not something you should just be fucking announcing to the world. So all right, so I didn't want to show a whole bunch of this because it's really kind of pointless. Like, you just kind of see a lot of nothing, like the background of the bar or whatever. They are not in frame because they have left the stream, okay? They left for several minutes, and then Fousey comes back in a few minutes, and I think you can kind of insinuate at this point what exactly is going on. So you remember that little part where he was asking her if she'd like to join the Mile High Club? Basically, you know, taking his shot at getting some ass. Well, I mean, they disappear off screen for a while, and let's hear what Fousey's explanation is for all of that.
I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love. I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile High Club in the airport, in the men's bathroom. I swear to God. Wallah. I had to confess. I couldn't hold it for a fucking second. I didn't go to buy her no fucking snacks. I joined the Mile High Club. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shared that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm lying, by the way. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. I'm typing I'm sorry in chat. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. You got pranked. You got pranked by FouseyTube. You got pranked by
Alright, man. Fuck. Where do we even start? So, alright, I hate to be that guy, right? Like, I hate to be technical here, but he did not join the Mile High Club. In order to join the Mile High Club, that shit's gotta happen on an airplane. Now, that's not what's important here, but just see how he's reveling in the fact at the beginning, like, oh man, I just joined the Mile High Club. I swear on everything I love. I swear to fucking God I did. I swear on everything, bro. I can't believe I just did that. Man, I just joined the Mile High Club in the bathroom. I didn't go to buy her snacks. I went and fucked this drunk girl in the bathroom who's been a sex trafficking victim for 7 months, who's pouring her heart out to me in the airport lounge because she's fucking wasted at the bar. I just took her in the bathroom, bro. We joined the Mile High Club. Like, he's hyped, you know, he's excited. And then I think reality kind of kicks in and he's like, oh, wait a minute. I just fucked a drunk woman in the bathroom and everyone on the internet just now found out that I just did that. And so now he's like, oh shit, I gotta reverse course, right? Like, oh, I gotta fucking spin back, you know? Can't let that one go anymore. I was just kidding everybody. It was a big old fucking prank. I was lying. Now, obviously, he wasn't lying because he did disappear for a while, right? Like, he went for a minute. And then he comes back all giddy with excitement, talking about, oh, I joined the Mile High Club, I swear to God, and on everything I love. Like, he's not just gonna swear on everything he loves that he just did this if he didn't do it, right? Like, all the evidence, all the fucking precursors, you know, they're all pointing and lining up to the fact that this shit happened. And she's also nowhere to be found, you know what I mean? She's gone. She's nowhere to be found. So, I mean, do we really need to even infer that that's what happened? Like, he literally confirms it himself, and then he starts to backtrack. And this is where, like, the chat starts kind of turning on him because, like, all these people watching are like, hey, he just slept with a drunk woman who he kind of manipulated at the bar, right? Like, that's kind of fucking disgusting, and that's weird, right? So, then, all of a sudden, it becomes a problem to Fousey.
I'm not a good person. I wish I had a weed right now. I wish I had.
All right, man. So you could see he gets emotional, right? He starts having a little bit of a mental breakdown. At the end, the chat is visible, and it said, you know, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I have a lot of skeletons in my closet. I'm not a good person, yada, 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 right? Now, Fousey has been known for having, you know, mental breakdowns and having mental health issues and whatnot, right? And as somebody who I've had mental health issues before in my life too, I really understand what it's like to go through the throes of like emotional breakdowns due to like mental health concerns, but you can't use that as an excuse here. I'm sorry. This is just inexcusable. There's no defense for this kind of behavior. Like, you can be bipolar, borderline personality disorder, depressed, fucking ADHD. It doesn't really matter, right? Like, pick your poison, whatever it is. That does not excuse going up to a drunk sex trafficking victim at the airport and then kind of like leading her into having sex with you in the airport bathroom, right? Like, that's just fucking disgusting in general. That's not acceptable for anyone to do, regardless of whether or not you have mental health issues. So I get being sensitive about his mental health and like not shitting on him because of his mental health, but your actions still have consequences and like you can still be called an asshole for doing fucked up shit. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter here. Like, what he just did was disgusting. And I mean, he exposed himself. It wasn't like somebody had it out for him and like cooked it for him. Like, he did this himself. So now, word, at least on Twitter from the community, is Fousey has announced he will be going and speaking with his therapist and that he's basically, his mental health has spiraled and that he's going to be seeking help and whatnot. whatnot, which I guess that's a good thing, right? Like, he should seek professional help. I mean, if he's having like a mental health crisis and whatnot, that is true. But even then, like, there's also rumors that he and his team are now trying to forcefully take down any re-uploads of the clip. So, like, people who are documenting that this little thing happened here, there's word that these guys are like going around and trying to take that down so people can't see this clip. And that to me is also not defensible, because this is something that you yourself streamed. Like, you streamed yourself doing this shit, you exposed yourself to the world. The idea that you're gonna go around trying to shut other people down for posting it because you don't like the fact of what you did, that's really not how copyright claims and takedowns work. I mean, that's just not how fair use works. You don't have the right to just claim people for criticizing you because you did something wrong. And that's also not going to help the Fousey defense at all. It's going to make him look even more guilty and even worse. Overall, just a fucked up situation that Fousey put himself in, and it kind of really crumbled all of that progress that he made. Like I said, this is a guy who, for a while now, has been doing a lot to kind of rebuild his image and like bring himself back into the creator sphere a lot. And then now he just threw all of that down the drain and, I mean, completely fucked his entire reputation for a quickie in an airport bathroom with a drunk sex trafficking victim. It's insane how quickly people can throw it all away, man. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about the Fousey mental breakdown and signing out.